I was in foster care from, I'll say, about 5 to 18. I was in there my whole life, basically. My mom passed away when I was 6. After that, my dad was on his own. He was really young at the time, so he didn't have the mindset or the responsibility to take care of 3 kids. And then it was just us 3 after that, in and out of foster care, home after home. It's like restarting your life, going to a family you don't know. It's scary. It's probably nights where I would probably cry myself to sleep. It brought a lot of pain. For foster kids, it feels like they blame us for what we go through. My dad never gave his rights away, so I was stuck in the position of being a foster kid and switching homes my whole life.
Hello.
Hey. So I met Jayla, I believe, in September of 2017. She was in a home and not with either of her siblings. And there was a lot of sadness that they, were not all together, that they were not with their dad.
So the first time I met Lynn, I was kind of on edge, but she was different. She was really different.
It was very difficult for her to trust that Lynn was for real, that she was going to continue to show up. So Jayla tested her quite a bit in the beginning and, didn't necessarily believe that she would be hanging around because, most of the people in her life had kind of failed her or disappeared or not followed through on anything.
The biggest thing that I knew about Jayla and her siblings is that this was the 3rd CPS case. She had been in the system for a long time, and that really touched me, thinking, what can I do to make things different this time?
She can be very honest at times, but it's not like a brutal honest. It's more of a mom honest, a grandma honest. Like, she made sure I was at school. She made sure I turned in everything on time.
There was lots of times during Lynn and Jayla's relationship that Jayla would tell her, I don't want to see you anymore. And Lynn would just be like, okay, I'll talk to you next week. She's a living embodiment of the word advocate.
No matter where I went, Miss Lynn, she found me.
So they moved her to a place in Atlanta, Texas, which I'd never heard of.
That was the only place that would take me at the time because they couldn't find a home for me. But I was so far from home, I was scared.
I would try to call her several times a week, and I'd try to go see her once a week.
I didn't know nobody that would literally come drive 3 hours away to come see me. She made me feel like I had somebody there for me, and I wasn't alone.
Can we put this up on the wall for you?
Children who've come into foster care frequently have not had a model adult who is trustworthy and reliable.
Well, I think everything is coming together, and it looks really great, and you should be very, very proud of you. And I love the flowers. Nice touch.
The more that we hung out and the more we spent time together, we just grew closer and we grew a bond. I seen in her that she wanted to help, and she seen in me that I wanted to make a change.
It's really about making sure that child feels like there's somebody with them. There's somebody that they can depend upon.
I think what Jayla learned most from Lynn was that she could trust others and that not everybody was going to let her down in her life.
What really it comes down to is just showing that you're compassionate toward these children, that you are loving towards these children, that they matter to you. And so anybody can do that. Anybody can do that.
The impact that you have might seem slight now, but you would be amazed how much that changes the course of a child's life and puts them on the right path. Once you build that relationship and you know that they trust you and you've kind of broken down the walls and gotten there with them, they keep you coming back. I can see the fruits of my labor throughout this volunteer process. It's really been one of the most remarkable experiences of my life. This is really the first time where I can honestly feel that I am changing someone's life in a way that I would have never considered possible before joining this organization.
I'm proud to say that I have helped to get 9 kids out of this system. The impact is immeasurable. I had no background in child welfare or education or family law, and I really just came in with an open heart. A lot of kids don't have mentors, don't have positive reinforcement from adults in their lives, and just having somebody else that cares about them is super important. And it just keeps me coming back case after case after case.
Lo haces muy bien, Isabel. ¿Te gusta tu comida?
We see in each child that promise, that potential, that they'll be exactly who they want to be, that they'll develop and their potential will be realized in a way that's really unique to them.
To be in that cap and gown and to realize that her hard work did pay off. And she was like, I've done this. And I said, yeah, you did this.
Miss Lynn helped me a lot with my journey. She helped me get where I am today. She actually inspired me to be a social worker. Because of what she does, she inspired me to be that person to somebody else's kid in the future that's gonna help them go to college and get their own apartment like me. She's family to me. I see her as family.
I think Jayla's story is just evidence that when just one trusting adult is in someone's life, in a child's life, it makes such an impact.
Most children in foster care want to be able to see that time as a chapter that they can leave behind. They are looking ahead, and we're looking ahead with them.
I believe that me and Miss Lynn will have a long future. We'll be in each other's life probably forever.